There's a Nintendo Direct today. Some games are broken again. There's some games coming out, and there's just so much more. Let's get into Switch news. Alright, so welcome back to the weekly Switch news. There's quite a lot to cover in today's episode, and we're going to leave the bigger stuff to the end. So, stick around or check out the chapters down below. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe as well. But let's jump into it. So the first thing to say is there's a Nintendo Direct today, but it's not what you think. So stick around because it's going to be the last thing I talk about. So mini news, Nintendo dropped support for Apple devices for the Nintendo app. But it's not quite what you think either. Basically what it is as of summer this year, you'll need to be on iOS 14 or above for the app to work. Anything below 14 is just not going to work. So, if you use the Nintendo app, well, be aware of that. Next up, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, which came out on Switch really recently, well, seems it's broken as well. And Aspyr has come out saying that they are aware of a crash that stops you completing the game. Now, yeah, Knights of the Old Republic 1 has already been on Switch, and Knights of the Old Republic 2 is a big thing for some people to come over to Switch. It's great to have it handheld, right? But yes, the game is broken. You can't complete the game, and it seems to be a bit of a running theme with games being released broken. I'm going to do a whole dedicated video on this, so stick around and subscribe for more. Next up is regarding Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I'm a massive fan of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I used to just play all of them. I love it. I've got the remasters 1 and 2 on PS5 and on Switch as well, because, then I can play it portably, right? And I absolutely love them. I've been holding my hopes up that we'll get one day a Tony Hawk's Underground remake. And that's probably never going to happen. And that is also this bit of news today. Because apparently Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 remasters were in development, but they got scrapped when Activision Blizzard absorbed Vicarious Visions. So Vicarious Visions are the people that made the originals, and they did the remasters of 1 and 2 as well. And they're no longer around because Activision Blizzard, they just sucked them all up. And now they're they basically said, we couldn't find a team or a studio good enough to make these remasters. Seriously? Anyway, there we go. So we're not going to expect any more Tony Hawk's games in the future. And if they do come out, it might not be very good. But who knows? We'll see. Next up, if you're a Metroid fan like I am, because I love Metroid, right? Okay, you'd know that if you were, a regular on the channel. Anyway, the people that made, or at least 2 developers behind another Metroid 2 remake, or AM2R, if you know about that, they have joined development of the new Metroidvania game called Bow Path of the Teal Lotus. Now this looks amazing. It's a beautiful Japanese-inspired, classic sort of orientated game, and it is a Metroidvania, and it just looks absolutely beautiful. So 2 members of AM2R are joining development to work on this game, so we can expect this game to be an absolutely amazing Metroidvania. It is coming out next year, and the trailer that they dropped just looks phenomenal. I am so ready to play this game. So yeah, this makes me really happy. This does. And Nintendo, give us more Metroid! Next up, Ubisoft, however the hell you say it, are releasing a 3v3 PvP rollerblading game. So yeah, it's a sports game called Roller Champions, and yeah, it's a 3v3 PvP game, so it's kind of like taking on the Battle Royale kind of stuff. Well, not the Battle Royale, but like Apex Legends and stuff like that, where you've got small teams against each other, that kind of thing, but it's a sports game, and you're on rollerblades, and you go around circuits, and you get a ball, and you need to throw it through the hoop or whatever, so it's kind of like a roller skating, basketball, Quidditch style thing. I don't know. But yeah, the trailer looks kind of cool. And when I saw this, I was like, oh yes. This is what was that game? Jet Set Radio. I loved Jet Set Radio back in the day. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be like that. And then I realized it's like a 3v3 PvP thing. And I was like, okay. It still looks pretty cool. It's free to play, I believe. So, that's out, I think. I think it's out yesterday or today. So yeah, go check it out. Next up, if you're a Fire Emblems fan, then what's it called? 3 Warriors, I think it's called, is out this Friday on the 24th of June, which is crazy. So that's pretty big. If you didn't know about that and you're a Fire Emblems fan, Now you know it's coming out on Friday. Now the big news. This is the biggest thing ever because there is a Nintendo Direct today. Yes, today there is a Nintendo Direct, but it's not what you're thinking. It's a 20-minute long Direct purely on Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which comes out next month on the 29th of July. 20 minutes of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, I'm a big Xenoblade Chronicles fan. I absolutely love everything about it. Don't get me wrong, I haven't completed all of the games. That's why I don't really tend to cover it like extensively on the channel, because I feel like a bit of a fake if I do, you know? I love everything about it. I love the art style, I love the gameplay. What I have played so far, I've loved. Like, I've got the Xenoblade controller and everything else. I own all the copies of the game, pretty much. And yeah, I love the whole series. But 20 minutes? 20 minutes? Direct. In the middle of June, when the game comes out next month, and we haven't had an actual Nintendo Direct, which should be now. What are they thinking? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Now, the reason why I keep saying like that it's coming out next month is it's coming out next month. So why would you want to spoil so much information? 20 minutes. I'd understand like a 5-minute, like, you know, quick overview thing, like saying some extra features or something, but 20 minutes, a whole Direct on the game when it comes out next month. I'm gonna have to watch it just in case there's something that I want to cover in a video, but I feel like it's kind of gonna spoil it for me. I don't even like watching trailers for movies because I feel like it's gonna like spoil the movie, you know, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, meh. I'm really upset that they're not just releasing a full-blown Direct. Where is the Direct? Like, E3 has, you know, never happened, but we were still expecting a Nintendo Direct this month. Now, there's still some sort of rumor that an actual Nintendo Direct will be right at the end of this month. But can I really see that happening if they're doing a dedicated Direct on one game? Like, I don't know, and they're even calling it like a Direct. It's like a Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Direct or whatever, you know? It just seems a little bit weird to me, and yeah, I think this will be the first year that we don't see an actual Direct if we don't get one now, like a summer Direct. We normally get one, you know, at the start of the year, middle of the year, and towards the end of the year, and that's pretty much it. But are they gonna skip an actual Direct this year? Is that it? Do we not get any information about games unless we already know about them out? Like, I'm really confused. Is this taking place of a Direct, or are we gonna get a Direct like in a week? Or are we gonna see a Direct in July, which is totally like random? You know, like I'm very confused about this. If you're a Xenoblade Chronicles 3, like, you know, fan, and you're like really anticipating the game and you want to know everything you can about it, well then, brilliant. I'm so happy for you, I really am. But for me, I don't want spoilers. And also, it just seems random. Like, I want to know, like, I want to see some new games coming out, you know, like, or remakes, whatever. I was really hyped to see the Direct. I've done videos on it, what I anticipate to see in the Direct, and I've said Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I expected there to be a big section in that, but I want to see some other stuff. I want to see, like, Wind Waker HD ported over. I want to see Metroid Prime HD, you know, like, I want to see, like, a bunch of stuff, and some new games as well, and I feel like we're just going to get skipped on all of that. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know what your thoughts are. It seems very random, but yeah, the Direct is out today for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Let me know if you're going to watch it. Let me know what you think about the Direct thing in general. Are they going to do like a full-blown Direct in the next few weeks, or are they just going to completely and utterly skip it for the first time ever? Like, who knows? Who knows? There we go. And since we're not getting an actual Direct anytime soon, at least, well, then go and watch these two videos that I've done about the top 10 Game Boy Advance games I'd love to see on the Nintendo Switch, and the top 10 GameCube games I'd love to see come to the Nintendo Switch, you know, like ported over. So that would be amazing if you went and go on and saw those videos. Why not? Just go and have a look at those. You might see some games you've never heard of before, and go down there and subscribe. And also, I'm really sorry if there's been loads of birds screaming in this video. The window is open because it is so hot here, and yeah, there's loads of birds. They keep screaming as they fly past the window. So there you go, fun fact of the day. Subscribe, watch these videos. See you later.